If you are someone who has been hurt by anyone, it might have been by abuse or just a dreadful situation that you find difficult to talk about or you just don't want to visit, this video is for you. Some of us live our lives waiting for apologies we will never get. Why do we wait for apologies that we may never get? Closure. Sometimes it's just about healing. We're expecting that if this person or that person would just say, I am sorry, my life would be way better. I would drop off this load that I'm carrying in my heart. Not to make too light of the situation, but then it means that you're giving your power to another person. Remember, it's your power. So it resides within you, not anyone else. The moment you spend your life waiting for another person to acknowledge a wrong or to even apologize for it, you're wasting valuable time you would have used being happy, actually even acknowledging other people who are willing to make you happy and bless your life in ways that you can never imagine. Last week, I told my story of abuse. And this week I'm extending it because it's what? It's a series called Her Innocence Restored. The abuser that I talked about in that video actually apologized to me, but in a manner that I didn't expect. It was a family event. He was getting ready to marry, and everything was going on because we were at another family member's wedding. And then he just came somewhere close to my ear and said in Hausa, Aya haƙuri a manta abin da ya faru da kaza da kaza. Basically saying, oh, I'm sorry, let's just make bygones be bygones. And I did not reply. I did not engage him. I just left it. At least this person acknowledged their wrong. But then there are the others that will never come to me to apologize to me. Does that mean that I should carry the weight in my heart and not live a full life or be suspicious of every man that came my way? If I was, then it means that I would never have opened up to my husband. Now, at the time, probably I was too young to even process it because sometimes I've seen that with pain and anger. It's like the older you are, the easier it is for you to hold on to things. I don't know. The heart of a child it's malleable. It's very flexible, right? So I don't know if that also contributed to it. However, in my adult years, there are people who have done things not to that degree, but somewhat close, and I have forgiven them. And I want to tell you today that you can do the same. In this video, I'm going to tell you why you should do the same and how you can do the same. Also, as a snippet into the next video, so it means that you have to stay glued to this channel because I'm here to share my story to help you, to liberate you or anybody you know. So if you know anybody that needs this video, this is a good time to pause, to send this video to them, share this video with them, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Most of you actually are returning subscribers, you watch, but then there are so many of you who are not subscribed and you watch my videos. Please subscribe because I might say something that would help you or somebody you know. Now, what is the snippet I was talking about? The triggers. What happened in that event after he apologized? The next day, I was triggered and I felt like a 5-year-old again. But that's story for next week. How do you heal without getting an apology from the person who hurt you? Number one, acknowledge your pain. It is okay to actually acknowledge that you were hurt and that the person offended you, that they are in the wrong, that you did nothing. Especially for people who were abused as children. You did nothing. Nobody should make you feel like you did anything to invite that type of bad behavior to yourself, that type of, I don't know what else to describe it. You did nothing to invite it to yourself. So first acknowledge your pain. It's okay to feel your pain. Do you need to cry? Let it out. Do not suppress it. Do you need to say to someone else to acknowledge that, see, this happened to me and I am upset about it. And now I keep repeating, whether it's abuse or it's any form of offense to you, you can do this process for yourself to be better. I'm going to put my email if you want to talk to me about anything. Please go ahead. And for context, I'm actually a lawyer called to the Nigerian bar. And number two, I am a licensed mediator in Nigeria and the UK. So when it comes to this matters, at least from a matter of training, I know how to engage people who want to resolve conflicts within themselves or with other people. Now, let's get back to acknowledging your pain. Once you acknowledge your pain, knowing that you actually crave an apology, the next thing that you do is to give yourself the validation that you need. I had to apologize to myself in so many ways. I felt guilty at different points in my life, like, oh, I brought it upon myself. You know how sometimes things happen to us and we say, it's not your fault. It's my fault. I am the person who allowed you to do this and that to me. No. In case you actually make that statement about yourself, stop doing it. Stop doing it. You are hurting your self-esteem. So, give yourself the validation that you need. If you have to sit down and write an apology letter to yourself, the apology that you would want to receive from that person, sit down, write it word for word, then read it back to yourself and accept it. Because the reality is, and this is the hard pill that I want you to swallow, is that some people do not have the presence of mind to actually apologize to you for the wrong that they have done. Others might have lost their lives, so they cannot come back to apologize to you. A third is some people just want to bury their heads in the sand. And I would include, so apart from the people who have hurt us, I would include also our family. So there are situations, there are things that happen to you and you're expecting your mom or your dad or your sibling, somebody who is in a position of protection maybe over you, to actually say to you, oh, I'm so sorry, baby girl. I'm so sorry, guy. Which one is guy? But I'm so sorry that this happened to you. Or for them to actually go ahead to make the offender make right the wrong that they have done to you. Sometimes even those people, this category of people, we might need apologies from them. And it might not be possible for these reasons that I mentioned. In the video I posted last week about my story, I had mentioned that I met someone who sort of helped me unpack some of it. And she had asked me if I'd gotten sort of an apology from my family. And I said no. And then she went on to categorize different sets of mothers. So for example, if you went through a similar story like myself and your mother was alive, whether she knew, and you really wanted to see her protect you, right? This person that coached me explained to me that there are three different types of mothers usually in this situation. First is the ones who make it about themselves. So they are theatrical about it. They throw themselves around, they cry and just talk about how, they're going to be embarrassed and they're going to be the talk of town. So they leave you out of it as if you're not the person who was hurt. Then the second group of mothers are the ones who just want to bury their heads in the sand and pretend like nothing happened. It's sort of like, if we don't talk about it, then it never happened. And then the third are the bazooka mummies, the ones that are going to come for the abuser. And they would actually apologize to you to say, I'm so sorry, baby girl, that this happened to you. I don't want you to wait for something that the person you're expecting it from might not give it to you. There's actually no, you're doing a disservice to yourself if you're waiting. So give yourself that apology that you would have wanted another person to give you. If you wouldn't mind, I would love the honor to apologize to you. I am so sorry that they did whatever they did to you and it impacted your self-esteem. It hurt your heart. It made you retreat into yourself. It probably took your voice away. I am deeply sorry. And I hope that maybe I am the first person to apologize to you. Or if you need an apology top up, this is an apology top up for you. I love you and I pray that you live a happier, fuller life. In Jesus' name, amen. And number 3, which is also very powerful for me, is forgiveness. Forgive. Yeah, if you're a Christian, this is really powerful, and our faith is hinged on forgiveness. Forgive, let it go. You're not letting it go because you are allowing or you're validating their actions. No, it's for your own good. It says, a joyful heart is good medicine. Good medicine, a joyful heart. Joyful heart is good medicine. A joyful heart is good, but a broken spirit dries up the bones. I'm sorry, I just broke out in a children's song, but really, a joyful heart is good medicine, and a broken spirit dries up the bones. You are going to literally hurt yourself with that venom that you're carrying. Let it go. Let me tell you what not letting it go would do to you. It would affect your physical body. Do you know that the mind and the body are actually intertwined? They are diseases of the mind that eventually manifest in your body. So before you do that, people start asking you, oh, why are you looking so tired? Oh, why are you looking so sickly? And you know that you're eating well. In fact, maybe you're taking supplements. You're doing everything that you can to nourish your body. But because your mind lacks nourishment of faith and joy, peace, gentleness, quietness, strength, courage, your body is going to look like it's going through hell. So for your own sake, for your own good, let it go. And now, letting it go does not mean allowing whoever it is who have hurt you access into your life. Forgiving someone and allowing them still have access into your life is what is going to affect you, is what is going to make you continue to have triggers, is what is going to still affect your sense of being. So, I forgive you. Access denied. I forgive you, but what? Access denied. Now, next week, I'm actually going to do a video about forgiveness, and it's going to go hand in hand with the story of how at this wedding with this family member, I was triggered. I did not expect to be that triggered, but I was. I want to encourage you that you can heal today. You don't need anybody's apology to heal. You have the power to heal. You have God on your side. If you do me a favor this week, please believe what Jesus has said over your life. That you are a child of God. And guess what about children of God? It means that we are enveloped with love and peace. Steady, steady peace. Now, peace is not the absence of conflict, though, but it's that stability of mind, of heart. If you would believe God, if you just give Him that pain, the anger, the craving for an apology, and just believe Him that He will take it off of you. I promise you by next week when we come back, you would have beautiful stories to tell me. Please engage in the comment section. Do you have anything you would like to share with other people? And I'll put my email I'll put my email here again, so that if you want to reach out to me to talk to me about anything, I will be available for you. Now, I actually want to set up my calendar in a way that I'll have slots. If people want to talk to me, like I said, I'm in this for the long haul, because the children of God have to be taken back. Taken back. I think the devil, he's worked hard enough to keep us in fear when we should be liberated. Things can happen to us here on earth, but that's okay, because on the same earth, we are still the sons of God. But guess what? The key is our minds. It is what we think about ourselves. It's what we think about the situations that happen to us. You are not your pain or the pain that you've experienced. Do you hear me? You are not the pain that you feel. You are not the offense that was done to you. You were whole. You were beautiful. You were special to God. All right, everybody, please thumbs up this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you next week. Bye.